The Los Angeles Dodgers, winners of their 10th division title in the last 11 years. And if you recall, the one year they did not win the division title, that was 2021, they won a mere 106 games, finished second to the Giants. The Dodgers need to go 9-5 for their third 100-win season in the last 4 years. What these guys do in the regular season is absolutely remarkable. And I would suggest that this particular regular season is perhaps the most remarkable of all. Now, I know what the naysayers are saying right now as I continue and I go on here. Ken, they've only won one World Series in this entire run, and it was in the pandemic year. I get it. We all get it. The Dodgers get it more than anyone. But the true test of an organization's strength is the way it performs in the regular season. And the postseason, while of course something that every club wants to win, is something that is more random. There's no question about it. Billy Beane famously called it a crapshoot. So you have to look at the Dodgers and what happened to them this season to really appreciate where they are and what they have achieved. Think back to their opening rotation. Julio Urias, Dustin May, Clayton Kershaw, of course, Noah Syndergaard, and Michael Grove. Urias on administrative leave, so he is not going most likely to pitch again. Syndergaard was awful as a one-year, $13 million signing. He flopped. He got traded. He got released by the Guardians after they acquired him. He basically contributed very little. And they've had one injury after another. Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin, season-ending surgeries. Walker Buehler never came back from Tommy John. All of these things happened. Oh, and to add literal insult to injury, as I wrote in the wind-up last week, Eduardo Rodriguez, their big trade target, blocked a trade to the Dodgers and stayed with the Tigers instead. So the Dodgers had all this happen, and yet they still are winning this division by double digits. If you're the Diamondbacks, if you're the Giants, and especially if you're the Padres, it's almost embarrassing that you couldn't make more of a fight out of this. This was the year to get the Dodgers. Now, I know their offense is the second best in the majors, only to the Braves. They're brilliant. Freeman, Betts, the whole gang. But at the same time, their pitching was in shambles. And here they are. It's pretty much still in shambles going into the postseason. They've got Lance Lynn, the trade acquisition. They've got Bobby Miller, who's been a revelation as a rookie. And they've got Clayton Kershaw, who is physically compromised. And I want to show you something he said last week to Fabian Ardea of The Athletic. And it was kind of a telling quote from Kershaw. Let's take a look at it right now. He said, right now, it's basically Bobby Miller and an open tryout to see who can be on the postseason roster from the pitching side. I have to prove it. Lance has to prove it. We all have to prove that we deserve to be in October. Now, we all know Kershaw is going to be in the postseason rotation along with Lynn. Maybe he is trying to motivate himself by saying that, knowing he isn't right physically. Maybe he's trying to send a message to his younger teammates that you still have to keep pushing. Either way, this is going to be an uphill climb. Now, the Dodgers have still a ton of young pitchers in reserve here. Ryan Pepiot, Michael Grove, Emmett Sheehan. One club official told me last week, we'll be in the 80th percentile for stuff and maybe the first percentile for experience. In other words, a lot of talent, not a lot of experience. Well, as I concluded in what I wrote for the wind-up last week, who knows? Maybe after all their postseason failures, this is the year when the Dodgers finally break through.